Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe is among the dignitaries and African leaders expected to celebrate Fort Hare University's 100th year anniversary on Friday. He'll share the stage with President Jacob Zuma, who will deliver the keynote address. Minister in the Presidency Jeff Radebe told the media that the main celebrations will take place at the university's sports complex in Alice. Meanwhile, at the university there are protests, and our reporter Busi Jemsana is there to give us the latest. Busi, a very good afternoon to you. What are these protests on campus all about?
A very good afternoon, Alicia. The students that you see behind me are nothing compared to the number that was during the day in the early hours of the morning. Different students from different political organizations were mobilizing each other to protest. They are protesting against the residence increment. They're also protesting for, they want students to sign their agreement form so that they can be given meal allowances. Those who are funded by NSFAS, they are saying that this should be done before the centenary celebrations on Friday, and they are saying that it is possible that the top management summons the management that has the responsibility of making sure that students do sign these meal agreements. The organizations that are behind me include those of PASMA, SASCO, DASO, and the EFF Student Command. They have all put their differences aside in protesting. They're saying that if management does not meet with them before the centenary celebrations, they will make this institution ungovernable to a point of disrupting the centenary celebrations on Friday. Earlier on, they were preventing cars from coming out and coming in of the institutions. Also, the SABC OB van was also turned away, students refusing that it goes inside the institution. We also had some troubles as journalists in trying to get some visuals and trying to speak to them. But the leadership of the students said they will try and calm the students down, as they were also making threats of making sure that the institution tonight is ungovernable, threatening to ban some things in the institution. We also had another team in East London, Alicia, with the Vice Chancellor, saying that they have already responded to the grievances raised by the students when they handed a memorandum to the institution. This is all just to make sure that they disrupt the centenary celebrations on Friday. Alicia?
Now, the university, speaking of that, Busi, is celebrating 100 years on Friday. Will this matter be resolved ahead of the big day? And tell us briefly what kind of plans have been put in place for this event, Busi.
What is clear, Alicia, is that the management does want to meet with the students. Earlier on, they were saying that they want to have a meeting with the students, a teleconference with the students, as the leadership of the institution, the management, is in East London on the other side of town. They were suggesting that they have that teleconference to see what other issues haven't been resolved and how best to resolve them. But the students on the ground are saying they're not going to agree to that. They do not want to have a meeting over a teleconference. They want the management to come to the institution, to come to this campus and have a meeting with them and commit to solving these problems, the short-term problems, before the centenary celebrations take place on Friday. Whether or not the management and the students will end up meeting today or tomorrow remains something that we'll follow up on and see if they are able to resolve some of the challenges, some of the demands from the students. But as things stand, they have vowed to stand and block the entrance and make sure that no one goes in and no one goes out, and until management comes to them and sits with them and try and discuss the issues at hand. Alicia.
Thank you so much to Busi Jemsana, live to us from Fort Hare University in the Eastern Cape.